Everything blooms, except my creativity. I'm completely stuck with painting right now, so I decided to start the morning with some plant therapy. It is not exactly a cure for creative block, but it definitely helps. So I made a huge mess and planted some flowers. This is my favorite part of spring, bringing some color to the balcony. I really love how the space looks completely different every year, and I'm so curious to see how everything looks like at the end of the summer. I'm dreaming of my own garden, but for now, this space is all I have, and I try to make the best of it. I love having a home studio, but it also means I live in the middle of all of those paint fumes. And the only thing separating me from that space is a simple door. So I really appreciate having a balcony so I can get some fresh air when I need to. It is the high season at my day job at the garden center, so I haven't had much time to take care of my own plants lately. Watering plants helps me to relax, so today was such a perfect day for that as well. Sometimes it is quite difficult to deal with the fact that a painting you have been working on for quite some time might not go anywhere. And simple things like plant maintenance helps me to deal with that. At least something is blooming in the studio, even though it is not my art. And there is something comforting about it. I've been staring at the same painting for a long time now, and it has become almost an obsession. I just don't know what to do with it, and it bothers me constantly. Sometimes this happens. I just keep moving paint and the image slips through my fingers. I've gone through so many periods when I can't seem to paint anything decent, but for me the only thing that helps me to get through it is to keep on working, even if everything I create is a total mess. Because one day something will shift and I will find the flow again, but today is not that day. Right now I struggle with yellow, which kind of sounds weird, but I don't seem to find the right tone. Light changes so much during this time of the year, and what I love in the evening will look so weird in the morning. I'm also running out of this beautiful orange, and I actually had a nightmare that someone used the last drop of it. So I guess it's safe to say that this painting has occupied all of my headspace. Unfortunately, using a lot of time and energy on something is not always a recipe for success. Sometimes it is just a learning experience. Spring and summer are both beautiful seasons, but they always make me feel so restless. I struggle with all of this brightness, noise, and high energy, and it often makes me feel lost in the studio. Every time I thought I was getting somewhere with this fellow, The image vanished and I just couldn't catch it. The layers of paint were getting too thick and the canvas was getting heavy. And to be honest, I am not sure if I'm able to finish this one. It is like trying to catch how the warmth of the sun feels like, how it sounds like when all the birds are singing simultaneously, how air is thick from pollen. It is like trying to describe the bright blue sky without using any words or images, the irregular patterns rain paints on the surface of the flowing river. This time of the year, this short time period between spring and summer, makes me feel hopeful, nervous, and so much alive. Craving for adventures, and I feel like I can't paint how it feels like, when your heart is both so full and yet so scared. Scared of all of the beauty and people who want to destroy it. Nature is my biggest inspiration, and my heart sinks every time the sounds of passing cars drown the sounds of the birds. When I find litter and cigarette butts close to the waterline, spray-painted trees and the remains of the campfire on a dry summer day, and I feel so powerless. Maybe that's why this painting is not going anywhere, because I know what's coming. For the next few months, the riverside won't be my private sanctuary. It will be noisy, full of people, boats and water jets. And a part of me wishes I could hear how the summer actually sounds like without any of that noise. Creative block is not going anywhere, but neither am I. I'm still here. Maybe today I'm not blooming, but I'm growing roots. I'm bending in the wind, standing in the rain. And when the time is right, I will bloom again. But for now, I'm just making a mess. Thank you for spending this moment with me. And I'll see you on the next vlog. Take care.